What is that? It says cool on. Fans in auto. I'm just working my way through what's what here. Old industrial building. %, furnace, I guess. It's not that damn old. Alright, so I got nothing running except a blower. I don't see any kind of float safety that would be holding me out. New heat exchanger in 24. No kind of safety in here that would be holding me out. I guess let's go. It's got a media filter in there that looks fairly clean. One on the other side as well. Let's go up to the condenser. Let's start there because I don't see any safeties here. And then we'll see what we got. So the guy gave me a rundown. I said this is an old, I guess this used to be an elevator shaft or something. Old building, industrial building. He set up these stairs and he opened a window for me. So let's go find this window. We'll find our condenser apparently. Found an open door. It goes up further. What we got here? Hey, how about that? So, looks like disconnect's on. Let me get my ass through this window. Let's see what we got. Well, the furnace is new. This is not. I don't know what kind of. I'm not sure what kind of unit that is. I can tell you one thing. They don't build them like this no more. I'm guessing that was leaking, so they covered it up with metal. I don't see. Nothing's happening, obviously. I'm not sure what all this is. Well, anyways, let's get the control panel off and see what we got. We might be able to start there and make sure we got power. Interesting. Comfort Star. Okay. Maybe it's not that old. This, I don't know that I've ever seen a condenser like this, but alright. Let's get the old meter out and see what we got here. It looks like my common and yellow is going to come in there for my call. Contactor. Here's my power in. Let's see if we got high voltage first. I know my furnace is running. Uh-oh. That ain't no good. Let's see if I got a call here. Yeah, there's my call. So I'm gonna assume my contactor's pulled in. And I'm assuming I got fuses. And it looks like it's single phase. You tell them near the airport. So that fuse is closed, and that fuse is closed. That fuse is closed. I can see the single phase. I got two legs. 3-leg disconnect, so we're not using the center fuse, but all the fuses are closed. This is my power going to the unit. It's my power coming in up top. My fuses are closed. And I'm assuming my breaker's tripped or off. So no power. That's weird. Let's go back to continuity and just see if I got any dead shorts. Those are 50 amp fuses. Max fuse size 50 amps. So that should be right. The question is why the hell, why didn't I blow a fuse? And yet I blew or tripped the breaker. Come on now, find the ground. No short there. This is not easy with one hand. No short there. We did have no shorts there. We did have some storms go through yesterday and through the night, so it's possible that something weird happened there. This is an oddball unit. Let me poke around. I'd like to get inside of here, but this bracket holds that entire fan, so I'd have to unwire everything. And it all looks pretty nice. I don't want to tear it up too much. I'm not getting any dead shorts to the ground. Locating the breaker is going to be interesting. I don't know. An old building like this is good luck. So I'm just gonna check everything before I go search for this breaker. It might take me a while. So they're 40s. Looks like they just ran together rather than using an 80. I don't know. I've never seen a condenser like this. Being a Comfort Star, it looks like it's built really well, better than most your basic junk condensers that you buy these days. This is an R22, and it's an older unit, so it looks like the indoor stuff got replaced at some point. I didn't blow a fuse. The capacitors are good. Fan motor spins. The only thing I did notice is the fan blade looks like, if y'all see that crack's not terrible, but it's right on that. That would be concerning. The other one, I got a smaller spot on the fan blade there, right on the rivet. Same thing here on the other fan blade. So, I mean, we can write that up, but the fan blade spins and it looks okay. And because we had storms go through and I got no blown fuses, I'm gonna assume that either somebody turned the breaker off or we tripped the breaker for some reason. I'm gonna go try to find it, and this guy ought to come on. I got 24 volts, contactors pulled in, I got continuity, no resistance across my contactor. There's no reason why this guy shouldn't at least attempt to run. So that electric goes down with the line set. Neat little place up here. I don't know what they do, but I don't think it's going to be in here because it looks like it goes down. I'm just following the conduit. So nothing labeled, nothing big enough for that. These are all look like they're 120. Let's go down a level. We'll just search each level and go from there. There's all old abandoned electric too. I knew this was gonna be fun. So looking back, the stairwell's here. I go up, it should be in this area, I would think. all these are old abandoned. Oh, it's dusty. Except for those two, which one runs to there, one runs to there. Only see 30 amps. That panel doesn't go anywhere. Carefully walking, because I don't know. You be careful in these places. Wait a minute, that's it right there, isn't it? Got my flue pipes and my line set. Looks like they go down. What's in here? Alright. So I go down further. This is, I'm at least assuming, this is my flue pipes and my line set here. I'm going the wrong way now. It's just like old storage. This building's probably a couple 100 years old. It's kind of creepy. Another doorway down there. I guess these are big, like hoppers or something right here. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm on the wrong side. I need to go back and go down another level. Now I'm back. This is where my line's set. Looks like that conduit. Ooh, there it is, labeled 27. Somebody labeled it. That is truly tripped, and that's a 60 amp. So we tripped a 60 amp breaker and didn't blow a 50 amp fuse. So I got to disconnect off. We should be able to do that. We should have power upstairs now, and then we can go from there. See if we, hopefully that compressor's okay. All right. So we should have power now. If I can get on. Yeah, there we go. So I got 212 volts. I guess let's roll the dice. Let's I mean, the compressor's obviously this was an electrical issue. I mean, I'm in an industrial plant close to downtown in an industrial park where weird power stuff can happen. And so it's possible either my compressor's locked up because I didn't have any dead shorts, or we have we just had a power issue with the storms, and maybe just with being in the location we're in. Maybe we reset it and it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna let this guy go by first so I can hear it when I turn it back on. Everything's hooked back up. My capacitors are good. We'll see what it sounds like. I feel like they're coming right at you. Compressor didn't sound like it wanted to start. My amperage didn't look that bad. Yep. Okay. So let's see what we can do with the compressor. What can we do to start it? We can try a hard start to get it broke free. I've done that in the past. You break it loose and then you can take the hard start off. It's an old R22, so we're gonna do what we can to try to get it running for right now. All right, so I got it tore apart. I got two of the compressor terminals. It's a Copeland compressor. I can't get Copeland Mobile to pull up, but you can see that cracks through. I mean, it's still sturdy. It's not like falling apart. The other ones don't look like they're all the way through. You can just feel them on that side. I mean, I don't have shorts to ground. Let's ohm across my terminals and see. I do have, I disconnected from, so I'm not connected to anything. Let's at least just see what we're reading here. I can't get Copeland Mobile to pull up. 1.3 something or another. 0.77. And 0.57. So, I mean, all that seems okay. I don't see anything that's too far out of the ordinary. I'm gonna throw a hard start on it and see if I can't get it freed up. Once it's freed, we'll take it back off and see if it'll start again. We'll let it run for a little while first. It's probably just getting old and tough to start. We might, if I had room, I could leave the hard start in here, but there's just not a whole lot of room. I mean, we were like 37 and 38 on the capacitors, so it should be enough to start this damn compressor. But I have a feeling a hard start will get her running, and then we need a fan blade anyways before that breaks and becomes a problem. All this, I mean, you can see the wear on the compressor over time. I mean, other than that, this thing's, I don't know how to tell what year it is, but again, they don't build them like this no more. And while I'm here, I'll give you a tip. If you see insulated spades like this, I don't know how well you can see, but there's a clip on the top of there. This will actually lock itself in place. So when you go to take it off, you got to squeeze here and it'll pull off real easy. If you just go pulling these like normal spades, like this normal spade, this will not pull off. All right, so we got the amp clamp ready. I got the 5 on here, Subco SPP5. This one will be able to fit in here. I don't even have the package for it. This was hanging loose in my truck. I got the bigger one, the SPP8. This says good for 1 through 5 horsepower. That's probably more like what I need, but I can't fit it in here. The small one will work. So let's see. Sounded like it wanted to. Let's give it a minute. Let's try again. It sounded better and the amps were less, I believe. Alright, let's try the big guy and see if we can't break it loose. One more try, come on now. It's not drawing, it's drawing like 60 amps. Its locked rotor's like 140 or 150. I'm gonna keep trying to get this thing started. I need to get it broke loose. That is the one thing, if I do get it started, I want to at least be able to cycle the damn thing. That way I don't, it's 80 degrees in there, it'll run all day. And tomorrow if it tries to start and it still don't want to start, it's back in the same boat. You can hear it. I mean, it sounds like it wants to run. It sounds like there's damage inside of it. Which I still can't pull up. Just tell me if anybody's had problems with the Copeland app. Can't pull up Copeland Mobile to see any of the information on that compressor. But unfortunately, we're going to be down to needing a compressor. It's R22. Luckily, the inside stuff's been changed, so we'll have to come back and figure it out if I can't get the thing started. So I got my fan disconnected so we can try to hear the compressor, listen to it grumble. That thing's spinning, it's not pumping. Now you heard it. That thing was rotating. So it's not good. I mean, it's not doing much of anything. I don't feel. I've verified it's got refrigerant in it. I obviously don't have gauges on it, but it does have refrigerant. So That's not a good sound. Because you can hear it lock up. It's like it runs for a second. Tries to run for a second and then locks up. So unfortunately, I think I've done about all I can do for this guy. It's just a break room, so it's not like a huge deal, but I don't like being defeated, and I've been defeated. Because when it sounds like that, it's no good. She gone. Alright, so for S&G, I want to see if it's trying to pump anything when it's rumbling like that. It's not overly hot. Of course, I haven't let it run, but I just want to see if it's trying to pump anything. It's not going to matter. I mean, the hard starts are on there. I put both of them on there. We're just going to give it as much juice as I can. We're going to have to call this one, but let's see if it even tries to pump, because I have a feeling the bearings and the valves are bad. Look at that. Locked up. She's trying to pump, but will not. And I'm going to assume what happened. This goes down. All the way to the ground floor. So what, 2 stories maybe? There's no suction line trap, no oil trap or anything. So I'm gonna assume over the years that we've just starved the compressor for oil, and now here we are. So it kind of is what it is. Can't win them all. But that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna get all my information and we'll write this guy up and see what they want to do. Probably gonna throw a new condenser up here. The evaporator is R22 as well. Looks awful clean and new, and it was tagged as the heat exchanger was replaced in January, so kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Leave a trade bearing, you found it. See y'all next time.